Hey, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Adam and Ashleigh Reeker here.
Hey, it's time to talk about life after Advocare.
So what happens after Advocare completely changes and removes their multi-level marketing business model?
Well, what happens is the income for top earners and really everybody across the board drops by about 99%.
So if you haven't been privy to it, or maybe you have and you started just scouring the internet like so many other people have done, you were one of the over 100,000 distributors that were impacted. Yesterday, May 17th, Advocare dropped an email to the over 100,000 distributors within their network, letting them know that effective July 17th, so 2 months from yesterday, that Advocare would be removing its multi-level marketing.
Even the top leaders, I mean, that's a pretty classy move on their part.
Diamonds and everything. Every single person, people that have been with this company for well over 20 years, received an email from the organization letting them know that 3 out of the 5 income streams that they were receiving would be eliminated.
There's no more multi-level marketing structure. There's no networking structure left there. And I'm going to probably get a little passionate on this because we have firsthand experience with that joke of a company.
Yeah, so why do we want to sit down and talk to you today? Well, we previously were affiliates and distributors within the Advocare organization. Adam took the products when he was a nationally ranked wrestler in high school and growing up. I took them before we got married, and we started marketing Advocare in late 2012 and into 2013 and built a residual income. It wasn't a huge one. We weren't diamonds in the organization.
2012 to 2017, about 5 years.
We built an organization and started creating and started really paving our road to building a business online.
Thank God for that. But here's the crazy thing that happened, guys. We did not go the traditional route of network marketing. Ashleigh and I were tired of talking to friends and family and strangers way back then. I mean, we came from the Amway business originally. And so what we did, we got smart. We said, you know what? Let's go see what we can do and get done with this company online. So we bought 2 different domains. One was called Advocare Business Review. One was called Advocare Product Review.
And the whole course of that was to be able to begin to brand ourselves online so that we didn't have to rely on friends and family like our upline was in order to grow their business. We wanted something that was true, that was a foundation, that would last for a lifetime. And we bought those 2 domains because we started playing around with blogging, which was really big at the time, SEO ranking, and YouTube, which was just starting to come onto the scene.
Tell you what, guys, we sold Advocare products while we slept to, I think, 42 different states, people consistently. So we would log on and we would make a couple $100, couple $100, and it started to be pretty significant. And we had the idea, what if we go teach people how to market Advocare online? Little did we know about all the terms and conditions. Shame on us, right? We were pretty green back then and we didn't do our homework.
Yep. And so for us at the time, it was being able to leverage blogging and things like YouTube in order to grow our businesses. I mean, we still have my original Advocare. It was the 24-day challenge review, and it was on day 10. And that video has 40,000 views, which is not a lot of views, but we had multiple sales coming in through that video. And these were not people that were coming in and signing up as distributors. They were purchasing at wholesale or retail price from us, and we were earning a commission.
Which is what the company needed to begin with.
Absolutely.
That's why they're in trouble right now, because they didn't have any customers. It was people buying products for themselves, and there's no customer base.
And so what we want to talk about is that experience and kind of what led us and the red flags that we saw along the way, and why we decided to make a move to a real online business. And just, want you guys to know, hey, we've been involved with Advocare. We were let in and we were let out for a reason, but also we were also involved in a company. And while Advocare still has their doors open today, we were involved in a company that was shut down by the FTC, and lessons that we learned that we want to be able to just share and encourage you. If you're someone that was impacted, one of the 100,000 distributors, we want to share with you just kind of hey, take a breath.
Absolutely.
What should next steps be?
We're going to get into that here, but I told some folks on social media that I would tell our story about the whole online thing, how I got my account taken away from me. So I told you guys we wanted to build a team and teach them how to win and have success. So we literally just started meeting people and cold contacting, but when someone joined, we taught them how to market Advocare online. We had people that would launch their blog one day and have sales day that night.
And the way that they were launching their blogs is they were utilizing the products, and they were actually sharing about their use of the products. We had people that were college athletes playing softball and football that had amazing stories about these products and what they were able to do for them.
So here's what happens. We found some people that happen to be college athletes, like Ashleigh said, and they said, I'd really like to build this business and teach people how to market these things online. So we went up, we live in Omaha, Nebraska. We went up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and this young softball player and football player like filled a classroom full of their friends. And all of them signed up and started building blogs within like 3 days.
And they were all taking Advocare products and didn't even realize that Advocare had an actual MLM business model that they could earn income from. They were just purchasing them at retail price.
So we get back from that weekend and having massive growth over one weekend, and our account is locked. They basically terminated our account. We get a call from
meaning the Advocare Corporation.
Advocare. So we get a call saying that we are not in compliance with their marketing procedures.
With their terms and conditions.
Yeah, they change them every 2 days, or they did. And so they forced us, they basically sent us a cease and desist on our 2 website domains because they were ranked #1 on Google. If you YouTubed Advocare, you were going to find us, until another guy by the name, I'm not going to say his name, but he started stealing my YouTube tags. Now, this guy was a diamond in Advocare, literally stole my YouTube tag called Advocare Product Review, and you know who you are. And because he was a diamond, nothing happened to him, but they made me take my videos down. Even though they were the exact same videos as him, he stole them from me.
And so we had multiple conversations with the Advocare legal counsel, in specifically Allison Levy, who was their general counsel for well over 11 years. And when we were going back and forth, I remember those conversations specifically. We were able to have a conversation with her, and I asked her point blank on some of these things. And the reason why they asked us to take our websites down is because they said, and I quote, "They look like the Advocare website." And when I walked into my website and compared it to theirs, I was like, in nowhere on our website do we have a cart to purchase things. Nothing, no products are embedded. You have to actually go out to our Advocare microsite to purchase. I'm like, how does this get confused? And then when we went into their terms and conditions, I started pointing out the gray area that lied.
It's all gray.
My thing to Allison was, a lot of this is up for interpretation. And
for them to interpret.
She couldn't disagree with me. And I just said, what you're doing is wrong. And our message to Advocare at that time was, we'll give you can buy our domains, because you as an organization, if you're not allowing for people to use your trademark names like Advocare, Spark, and other things, you should make sure that that's outlined specifically, and you should be buying those domains so that others don't buy them.
You would think $1 billion company would already own those domains, so we made them buy them from us. We didn't go down. We could have left the company right then and there, but we had just had a huge, I think we had brought like 60 people on in like a week, and we didn't want to let those people down.
Exactly.
So we had to tell them after they just got good at blogging and making sales that, hey, you can't do that anymore. And so we went back to the traditional ground and pound, cold call, meet stranger type of offline network marketing company. And it was about enough to make you gag, because we were working and we were growing. And then they changed the compensation plan back then. And when a company starts messing with the comp plan in a bad way, it's time to get out.
And I think for us, what we started monitoring, and I shot a video actually right before this video, just about kind of connecting some of the dots and the things that were happening at Advocare over the past, like honestly, between 2015 to today, over the last 4 years, that caused concern. And what we saw were things like changes at the leadership level. They had over 4 CEOs within a 2-year time span, I think is what it was. They made changes to the compensation plan. There were continuous changes to terms and conditions, especially and most importantly around social media marketing. They were cutting literally cutting.
I don't even know how you'd sell it.
Yeah, cutting the legs out from under their distributors and like just making some really poor choices. And what we started seeing were reactive approaches and not proactive approaches. And that's when we had kind of started exiting. We had made a decision that this was not a business for us. But in 2017, in March, I think it was March 3rd of 2017, a public class action lawsuit was filed against Advocare International LP and specific, I think they named 5 specific top platinum or diamond distributors within the organization.
So life after Advocare, okay? You guys are all going to get plenty of information that's coming out about what's happening. Maybe some of it will be true. A lot of them probably will be misinformation, because that's what that company does. I'll tell you this. Ashleigh and I decided to walk away from our entire offline network, which was substantially sized, to come online and start over and really build something solid, foundation. And within 7 months of us coming online, we were the fastest growing business owners in the company that we joined. We built a downline of over 1,000 people. And we're now moving on and actually helping people increase their lifestyle and turn this whole industry on its head. Because Now we can help people bring more money home without asking their boss for a raise, repair your credit, decrease your debt, all those types of things. And people come to us. We don't have to go to them. And I'm not going to promote the company that we're a part of here. If you're interested, just let us know. But it's changed the game. It's changed the life. And we don't have to be the weirdos that are pitching supplements or wrapping our body up or doing the coffee mug thing on social media. We actually help people go from point A to point B right out of the gate. Because an Advocare, like, yeah, you can have this dream lifestyle, evidently, like 5 people do, but you have to sell a bazillion supplements in between. Not with what we do.
Exactly.
Life after Advocare is pretty sweet, and I don't regret going through any of those things. But you know what? You sow enough bad seeds, and this is what happens to your company.
Exactly. And so if you are one of those people that have been impacted, or maybe you just found your way down a rabbit hole on YouTube, know that we were impacted by Advocare. We saw the ugliness firsthand. We made a decision. We started seeing a lot of those red flags, changes in leadership, changes to the comp plan, changes to terms and conditions. The class action lawsuits that were being filed. I mean, we asked specific questions around those lawsuits and never got answers from the corporation. Doesn't give you a good feeling. So for us, we made a decision to literally just take the next step. And we knew that we wanted to build a thing online because, guys, it's the internet. There's billions of people on the internet.
We could have
hundreds
helped
of thousands
Advocare.
Of them growing
We
every
could
day.
have helped Advocare.
Exactly.
But they didn't want our input. So we went and found 2 other companies online that do want our input. In fact, we've just invented our own app. We do everything from our phone, which is pretty wild. Drastically different from anything we ever did offline and anything, especially Advocare.
Well, and here's what's interesting about doing business online and things that we've learned over the last 18 months, almost 2 years, is when you're in an offline network marketing company. We could probably shoot an entire video on this. You have this, the approach of marketing and talking to your friends and family and talking to your warm market.
That's not a strategy.
The education that we've been able to get over the last 18 months, and then that we've been able to turn around and teach people is how to actually market yourself, how to brand yourself, how an average Joe who doesn't have a huge network, who's not a diamond in an organization rolling in huge teams, how you can actually go from point A to point B and build an organization. I mean, we did it. We went from 0 to 100. We went from 100 to 500. We went from 500 to 1,000 people in our organization. And we did it in a genuine way. We did it by scaling our business, actually having a marketing budget and understanding how to leverage tools. And here's the most important thing, building culture and relationships when we were doing it.
And we did it all in about 7 months. That tells you anything about the power of what we do and what we help people do. We have teams with hundreds of people in them individually going to 1,000 rather quickly. And it's just not an option offline. And that company could not get out of its own way. And I think it's because of arrogance and greed. And those people all know who they are and hope they do see this. Take my account. Take my 40% discount. You're trash.
And so the piece to that too, and Adam hit on it, is, man, it's just being able to know like there's life after Advocare. And we have been burned by this. We have been burned by people. We have been burned by companies before, but we have kept going. And our entire mission and what we've built out as a part of our platform, which is 3LE Team, we're founders of 3LE, is building a place, a niche, a community within the network marketing and affiliate marketing space that is genuine, that has morals and values that we stand by and live by, that can actually help people grow their networks and become more and do more, because 99.9% of people who join network marketing companies want to make more money and they want to better their financial situation. And we're not here to pitch to you, but when things like this happen to us, when we left Advocare, we're like, where do we go? How do you even know what the right move is next? And then when we were involved in a company that was shut down by the FTC,
we got smart real quick.
We did. And we didn't make emotional decisions. Nope. And when our leaders were rolling in, making reactive decisions, rolling into other companies,
we
were
did not
like,
join them.
No, we're going to make the best decision for us. And I think if there's a word of encouragement for anyone here, is to do just that.
You got to do what's best for you. If you struggle in offline network marketing, it's a different game online. It's just the way it is. And if you have the right team, the right mentorship, and the right system, it's all it takes, guys. It's all it takes. So we're really sorry to hear about the people that were involved in Advocare. I don't feel sorry for the company at all. They deserve everything they get and more. But the people that are hurting right now, I was on a webinar with some really awesome people this morning that were just in tears the entire time because of what were they going to do to help their people.
And these are people, they're diamonds in the organization. They've been with Advocare for over 20 years.
They never thought it was going to happen, but I'll tell you what, 2 years ago. I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And here we are. So, hey, there's life after Advocare. It's you. You're an entrepreneur. Just go do it the right way and whatever you choose. All right. Hey,
we believe in you guys.
we believe in you.
See ya.